Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest installation of the Blamb Dino Jam. I am, of course, me. So, as you notice, as I promised, and as you probably all hoped, the beardo is gone. I have now gone back to my traditional short shaven goatee, and I actually gave myself a haircut too, and it was a little bit too short, and I look like I'm bald because my hair actually got lighter colored when I was out in the sun all day long for 2 months straight. Go figure. So, easing back into life in the lower 48. This is my topic for today, for the most part. I probably will ramble like I usually do. First things first. Everything, for the most part, has changed. New friends have jobs that they didn't have before. Some friends are not dating people that they were dating before. Other friends are engaged. Other friends are married, which weren't even engaged when I left. Babies are on the way. Parents who don't have jobs. Yeah. So that kind of some of the stuff that's gone whacktastic while I was gone. It's kind of strange how many things can change in 2 months. Even when you kind of expect them, they still kind of hit you like a pound of potatoes when you actually find out about them. So back to the whole beard thing. Um, Now that I've shaved it, I don't know why it shouldn't be the case, but I feel like less of a man. Yeah, it's odd. Like for some reason having this big old mass of hair on your face, without all that hair, you feel like really young. Like I'm looking at myself in my camera right now, and I look way younger than I did with a beard. What's the deal? Seriously. And it makes me feel like less of a man, I guess. I still have all the junk that I had before, but it just makes it feel less significant. So now that I'm back, and I have basically been unpaid for the past 3 months, and I have plenty of debt to be paying back between parents and credit cards. I am looking for a job. The job search is a very difficult aspect of a young man's life, and I have discovered this wholeheartedly. Thinking that I would kind of have a job automatically at one of the places that I worked before was a big miscommunication in my head because it turns out that I'm probably not going to have that job. I applied at my old college for a job, and it seems like the perfect position for me. It's dealing with faculty, staff, and environmental issues, and that brings together my passion and my major. But you never know how things are going to turn out. I don't necessarily have all of the experience that a lot of older people would have, although I feel like I'm very, very well qualified for such a position. Still might not get it because that's the way the world tumbles, especially with the economy that we've got nowadays. You can never tell what's actually going to happen. So I'm going to start applying everywhere. I'm applying at the Apple Store, a place called Microtest out in Massachusetts, some military positions. I know, and a variety of other retail locations in the Albany area just because I need some kind of income. Seriously, people. I am broke as broke can be. I can't even afford gas to go to my interviews at this point. So, yeah, I really got to learn how to not spend money. So, while the job search is going on, I'm basically just trying to hang out with friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I've seen a good chunk of them. I saw my best friend last night. I saw one of my other best friends the other night. And the night before that, I got so joyful with certain fluids that part of the night doesn't exist to me. A big part of the night. Also, in the meantime, I'm looking to discover my scent. Now, most people know that the scent that they wear is what. Well, I don't even know if most people know that the scent that they wear is what a lot of people are remembered by. I used to have a very distinct scent. I used to blend bod as well as regular scent speed stick and a splash of Hollister, whatever the name of the brown stuff is. And it worked well for me. I got a lot of compliments for years and years and years. I was known as the guy that smelled good by some people who didn't bother to learn my name. Um, and now I can no longer attain that perfect blend for some reason. So I'm looking to just kind of go with one solid scent. Go with a um, Consistency. That's the word. I'm looking for consistency in my odor. Uh, so I'm looking for a scent. Right now, I've got it kind of broken down to about 5 different ones. So if you guys want to give me any advice on what ones you think are the better options, feel free. They are Curve, the original scent, Burberry Brit, Diesel, Fuel for Life, Bulgari BLV, I think that's how it's said, Calvin Klein 1, Lacoste Essential, Pie by Givenchy, and Dolce y Gabbana Light Blue. I'll take your advice, I promise. Because I need as much advice as I can get at this point, as most of us know. So, with the scent quest on full, scent and job being the 2 main things in my life, which is kind of a weird mix of things. Actually, it's a very odd mix of things. I didn't really think about that. They don't really go together, but whatever. I've decided that when I do get a job, I am going to store all of my money in my mattress. So you'll know where to rob me from if you really want to rob from me. But I am so sick of the way the economy is crashing. You know, you're hearing about all these banks going down the tubes, and then all these different financial markets, and the stock market crashed yesterday like crazy, and most since 9/11. And I really just don't want to throw my hands in the money. I don't really want to throw my money in the hands of people that can't manage a business well enough to the point where the entire economy, which is based on all these different markets working together, is now crashing, tumbling, going into a fiery pit of hell. And from my perspective, I feel like we're at the beginning of the downfall, and we're probably going to be going down much quicker. I don't like to base things on this whole 2012 thing, but you know what? It's starting to make a little bit of sense. If the market's going to keep crashing and going into a slide down, and the only help that we're getting is these different tax rebates and changes in the different APRs and APRs. It's short for April, but I don't know if it's the right wording. Well, in any case, when all this stuff starts going down, it's just going to keep going until probably around that date anyway. So, who knows? Maybe the Mayans were great economists. The last major thing going on, now that I'm back, it's weird because for a while, I lived at home before I went to Alaska, and I had talked to a couple people about living with them potentially once I actually got a real job after I got back. And, god dang, too many people want me to live with them. I don't like to toot my own horn, but, I mean, back in college, people didn't really want to live with me because, I was an ass, at least towards the end. And now I've got 3 different people wanting to live with me, depending on where I end up. Actually, technically 4, because the 4th one just offered today if I needed a place to stay and I got a job in her area, she could let me use her spare bedroom. But whatever, I mean, that's not a permanent thing. But the other ones all want to kind of live with me permanently, and it's kind of like, I would love to live with any of them. I really miss living with other people my own age, my own demographic. I love my parents, don't get me wrong, but I need to get out of this house. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And any of them would be great people to live with. I mean, male, female, doesn't really matter to me as long as I get along with them. And I miss that roommate aspect, I guess. It's kind of like a different type of situation than what you have when you're living with your parents who don't like you to drink, and you want to drink every once in a while. But in any case, that's pretty much my life nowadays. How are your lives? I'd really like to hear, because honestly, I have not really left my room in the last 2 days. I went out a little yesterday to go scent searching, but otherwise I've been pretty mellowed out. The sleep deprivation and the jet lag are still hitting me hardcore. I didn't even wake up until about noon today, which is common the last few days. So I have to get back on some kind of schedule, people. Some kind of schedule now. But I digress. How y'all doing? Huh? Good? Let me know. Drop me a line. Tell me what's up. Kisses.